So traders, there's a lot of things that's going on in the markets right now. We're going to look at the energy sector. Going to be looking at the stock market right now. Oh my goodness, there's a slingshot pattern coming. Gold and silver, guys, are still giving us warning signals. Okay, I've been talking about this for the last few weeks now, but I want to give you an update about the proper way to think about your trading. Trading's not about getting lucky or guessing. Stop guessing in the markets and step back and only go look for those opportunities. That's going to give you a good probability of doing really well in the market. So that's what I want to talk about today. I'll be talking about Bitcoin as well too, and maybe the mining sector. A good wrap around this whole market through here. Traders, if you need some help, I'm giving away free access to my trading course. You see that first thing in the description there, guys? Grab free access to the trading course. And also, before I do get started, guys, if you go over to, or if you're struggling this year and trading's been hard for this year, go over here, click on my community tab over here, right? And I've just put up two different articles through here that I believe is going to really help you out. Okay, well, actually, you can see, if you go over here, you can see I've been putting up different articles about, just different things that's mainly around the psychology part of things, because that's what's going to really help you guys when it comes to trading. So if you're looking for some really good reading about the actual markets itself, then this is going to really help you out when it comes to just the mindset. And you can see that I put up this article here, which was just an hour ago as of doing this video. And then also you can see that I put up this article here that I put together for you when it comes down to, helping you with your trading and stuff like that. You can see I put 5 different points here to really help you out when it comes to that as well too. Also, guys, just so you know that, I'll get to that in just a minute. Let's actually get into the markets here. So guys, I want to start off with the energy sector here, because I believe the energy sector is possibly shaping up for something really amazing here. And the reason why I say that is we've just been really sort of in this sort of as you can see this chart here, right? Check this out. So see how if I squeeze my charts up through here, notice we've been in this really big channel, right? But look what's been happening lately. We're starting to squeeze up through here. So after all this squeezing up pattern, maybe if I do something like that, maybe, and something like that, but it's definitely, if I bring on the last, say, 1 year, that's that last through there. But if I look at the last sort of couple of months, especially the last 6 months, with the data to data, then I believe, guys, the energy sector could be one that's getting ready for a really big move. I always liking in that, see through there, right? I'm always liking in that whenever we go through these really quiet periods in any market, and if I'm just bringing up an example here, right, look at this here. So this is almost 12 months of just really going sideways. See that through there? Whenever we do go through these quiet periods, all these quiet periods through here, this is when you want to get really excited. Why? Because this is when you start to see really big moves, right? Or should I say, if you're trying to get in on a potential big move, right? What a lot of people get wrong when it comes to trading these markets is that they wait for things to go up a lot, right? So if you look at Bitcoin, right? I'll get to Bitcoin in just a minute. But people are now trying to get into Bitcoin now after it's already made a big move, right? And if you look at the flow of any chart, how does it work, right? How does it work? It goes up for a while, and then we go through this here. We go up, and then we get the pullback, and so on and so forth, right? So the unfortunate thing is that a lot of people wait for that. The purpose of me saying this here is look at all of this through here. That's what, half of 2022. So that was 1.5 years there. Then we pop back up, and now we've been doing this here for, I'd have to say, the last 12 months. So really, what's that there? What's that? 1, 2, almost 3 years of nothing is gonna equal an explosion to the upside. Potentially, right? Potentially. Because there's no guarantees, right? But the thing is that I'm always looking for these markets. So now I can see that this is the foundation of what this chart is telling me. Guess what could be coming, right? So now I'm looking for a potential really good entry signal that could trigger a potential really big move out of the energy sector, which is quite weird, right? And I say quite weird because the energy sector itself, all right? Oh, this is actually XOM, this particular stock. And if I go to the actual energy, XLE, where's XLE here? Right, this is XOM, but if I go to XLE, where is that? Did I remove you? XLE, that's, where'd you go? XLE, energy sector. Oh, this is really weird. Anyway, well, look what's happening with the energy. This is the actual energy sector itself, XLE, right? But if you have a look at this from this chart here, or maybe even this chart here, what are we doing, right? See how we've been squeezing up through here, and then now we're getting this overall sort of resistance through here. So the energy sector could be picking up for something quite big. So just a sector to look at, guys, to keep an eye on for. And again, like you can see some of the stocks with it. And the reason why I say it's quite weird, because if I bring up this chart here, that's the energy sector. Oh, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin crash, baby. Oh, I'm going to get the Bitcoin freaks in. They're going, you're an idiot, John. Bitcoin crash. What the hell are you talking about? You're always wrong, John. All right. That's why you keep coming back to watch me, because I'm always wrong. All right, now let's go to what an evil laugh that was, eh? The reason why I'm saying, guys, it's pretty weird, because like, see, the energy sector looks like it's potentially building up some strength to have a good move. Now, but the oil sector, what's the oil sector still doing? Still doing, right? We're still potentially on a verge of a breakdown. And if we get this breakdown, then guess what is coming? Guess what's coming, guys? Big move. So it's really oil down, energy sector about to break up, right? And by the way, as you can see, right, if I bring up the oil sector, this looks nothing like the energy sector, right? So see what I just did there? How can the energy sector do this and oil do this? That doesn't make sense. Well, the energy sector, by the way, has done this. It went up, and then it just went sideways, and now we're almost breaking up to all-time new high. The oil market did what? It came down. Now we're potentially going down, right? So, is there a correlation? No. Right. So, I'm laughing because it's like, it's one of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of amateurs making. They're trying to correlate trade. Well, gold's going to go up because the dollar's going to go down. Geez, a lot of thinking there. A lot of thinking and hoping and all that sort of stuff. Let's go look at the actual good old stocking market, guys. And I'll just look at I'll look at the very short-term TA on this one here, guys. The last sort of couple of months. Maybe the last 6 months. Let's bring up the last 6 months. There we go. So what we're seeing through here, guys, when it comes to the Dow Jones is what? Very strong upward trend. And when you see a trend, do not try to fight that. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to be wrong. Like, just like here, right? Every time someone try to pick a top here, pick a top here, pick a top here, pick a top here, right? Guess what? You have been wrong. That's why, always, guys, when you see a trend established, just go with it, just go with it, just go with it, just go with it. So look what's happening with the Dow Jones. Oh, Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to the Dow Jones, right? And also Nasdaq, and also S&P, and also King Russell, baby, right? So Nasdaq, here we go. Nasdaq's about to make and the big thing I really like about the Nasdaq is what? Low, aha, look at this here. Trend is your friend until the end, right? As you can see, right? Oh, John, the top's in. And you try to go short here. John, top's in. John, top's in. John, top's in. You see what I'm saying here, right? So the biggest mistake that people make is that if there is a trend established, they're trying to go against it. You're fighting an uphill battle. Why would you have a trading approach where you know you're going to be wrong at least 8 times out of 10? Right? Which means, right, like if you are trading a heads and shoulders and double tops and reversal patterns and against the trend patterns and divergent setups, they're all counter trends. Why are you making your life so hard, right? Why are you doing that for? Why are you doing that? Why? And this is where, like, I think a lot of people, just their approach to trading is wrong. And that's the reason why you suck at trading, because your approach is wrong. Right? You're making it hard for yourself. Why? Why not just flip it? If you know that most of the time when there's a trend, it's going to continue, most of the time, 10-20% of the time, you got it right. Yeah, lucky you, right? and then you lose 9 times out of 10. If that's the case, why not just flip it on its head and change your trading approach to going with the market, with the trend, and you're probably going to have a really good high win-loss ratio because now you've just, instead of going against the market, you're going with the market. Ooh, what a quinky dig. And I see these people trading divergent setups, and even on the futures markets, oh, the divergent setup, here we go. And I got 1 point out of this, 2 points out of this. Why not try to jump on a trend where you can get 10, 20 points out of something, right? Go with the market, right? Why? Big profit here, big profit here, big profit here, big profit here, potentially big profit here. And look at this here. Struggle, 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 struggle. You get what I'm saying here, right? So Nasdaq looks like it's about to break up to all-time new highs, getting really, 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 really strong here. So if we do get something like that breaking up to new high, guys, you can see what's happening here. We're getting a really nice sort of bounce through here. We came down, we found support. We're holding and we're bouncing back up through there as well too. Let's go look at the S&P 500 and just all the indices, guys. This is what I'm saying. Like, just make trading much easier for yourself, right? Trading is difficult enough when it comes to our emotions and fear and greed and thinking and hoping and FOMO and all this sort of emotions and mindset that goes into trading, right? That's another whole world of mastery when it comes to trading, right? But when it comes down to your trading, right? Why not just, when it comes to the techniques, why not start to use some techniques that's going to give you the advantage and make your job much easier, right? And again, like if I look at the last sort of 6 months, there was the up leg, there was the up leg, there was the up leg, there was the up leg. And people are like, I'm trying to short the top. I'm trying to pick the top. I'm trying to pick the top. I'm trying to pick the top. No, just go with the market, right? Just go with it. I hope you get the point. I'm trying to do that, guys, because the number one thing I'm seeing right now is people trying to pick tops and bottoms in the markets, right? Now, there is the differences, right, guys? There is the differences. You've been watching my YouTube videos for the last couple of months. Me saying there's likely to be a big pullback in gold is not calling a top. I'm just saying that that's how markets work. I'm not saying go. I'm not looking for shorting opportunities. I'm just saying that expect this out of gold, which we did get, right? And the same thing for Bitcoin right now as well too, right? So very strong upward trend. We continue bouncing up through here. The last 3 months, low, high, low. We've come down, we bounced up. The trend is still going up. Just go with it. If the market does start to roll over and start to create some topping action, right? Some topping action in the markets. And by the way, guys, if you oh yeah, I'll get to that in just a minute, right? So then if it does start to create some topping action, the market will tell us here, right? But just remember, at least 80% of the time, the trend is going to continue, and 20% of the time it's not. Don't trade the 20% of the time. No wonder trading's so hard for you, right? Just go with the market. Your success rate will be so much higher, and you'll be able to jump on some bigger moves, and you'll be able to have less stress and make more money. Screw you, John. Where's that? Look at the heads and shoulders. And King Russell, baby! King Russell! King Russell! Right? Screw your King Russell, John. Right? I'm laughing because it's just like, I've been saying King Russell all year, and I think King Russell is about to become the double king, and capitalizing on all those letters, right? Capitalize on that. Why? King Russell, baby. And why am I saying that? Because if I squeeze my charts up, look what we're about to do. Look what we are about to do. After all this time, we're about to break up to an all-time new high. And guess what comes with that? Potentially, right? No one knows. But this here could be the start of the slingshot pattern before we have an incredible move to the upside. Look at this here. Really big pullback, came down to where? The support level, which is just what? Which is just what? Continuation of trend analysis, lows. There's a higher low, there's a higher low, there's another higher low, and there's another higher low. Oh, the top's in, John. The market's going to crash because of the debt bubble. All right, traders. Class is in session, okay? I've been trading the markets for 20 years. I'm trying to share with you some things that really have allowed me to be involved with these markets for 20 years, right? And now after all this time, well, not now, but for the last 10 years, I've slowly started to develop a lot more of a better approach, a better understanding of these markets, to just give me the best chance of having a successful year, right? Because that's what we want, right? We want to be able to have a trading approach, a trading system, and to be able to get better at the mindset and the fear and the greed and the emotions, all that sort of stuff, right? We want to be able to have that approach in the markets for, to help us have the best chance here. And so I'm trying to give you guys for free on YouTube here some of the really most important things to us when it comes down to your trading, right? That's what it's all about. And so looking at this level here, we're just, I've been long the Russell now for many months, right? I started getting long the Russell back here, right? Back here. Actually, that's not true. I bought a long-term option at the start of the year, but then I also bought a much shorter-term option, and I'm still in it right now back here, and I'm benefiting from this upward move through here, right? Now, why have I stayed in the Russell? Simply, really simple, right, guys? Forget the charts, forget the farts, forget your thinking, forget the fundamentals. Unemployment, inflation, or who cares? As long as the market keeps coming down and creating these higher lows, up, down, higher, low, up, down, higher, low, up, down, higher, low, the trend's up. So as long as that keeps happening, guess what? The trend is your friend until the end, right? There's no reason to be out of this. So if I have a position for the entire year for Russell, so as we've been getting this volatility, guess what? All it's been doing is just the trend is your friend until the end. And when the market has been going down, people have been freaking out, but we create another higher low and the way we go. Another higher low and the way we go, right? So King Russell. And again, if we go to this weekly chart, guess what, baby? Guess what? Remember I said before about, I just called you guys baby. There you go. Guess what, baby? Right? Talk to my girl. Shut up. So, remember I said before about if you've watched all the way through, and you remember me talking about the energy sector when the market doesn't do much for quite some time, aka here, look at this here, didn't do much for quite some time, and we end up getting quite a nice move. Not much, and we're about to see a big move. Give me King Russell. King Russell in the chat box, guys. King Russell. And I'm gonna get, shut up, John, King Gold. Or then, actually, no, it's not King Gold anymore. They're going away, right? What's the hottest move? Oh, Bitcoin. Shut up, John. King Bitcoin. Where were you 2 months ago? You disappeared, you Bitcoin freaks, right? Traders, don't love any market. Don't love any market. Just really enjoy the process of finding good opportunities to make money. Whether that's an individual stock, whether it's Russell, King Russell, or whether it is Ethereum or whatever, right? I scan the entire market looking for opportunities. You guys are focused on, Bitcoin. And I'm like, whoa, look at this. Look at Facebook, look at Meta. Isn't that a beautiful setup? And then you make 300% return on an option in a couple of weeks. Like, you guys are focusing on Bitcoin. I'm just seeing a beautiful setup over here, right? Anyway, the purpose of me saying that is don't limit yourself, right? Do not limit yourself. So many people are like, oh, I'm gold and silver all the way through. Really? Okay, then. You're limiting yourself big time. So that's obviously the King Russell there. Baby, right? King Russell. Let's actually go look at silver and gold here. Let's bring up the silver and gold chart. And once again, traders, I'm not a complete bear in the metals, a massive bear. But when the charts are telling me something, I can't do something. Like, you may want to trade based on hope. Well, I hope it keeps going. But when I start to say, guys, okay, things are not looking good here, it's because, guess what? The trend is your friend until the end, right? Low, higher low, it made a lower low. The trend, this short-term trend through here, higher low, the short-term trend is now over. That's why I'm saying it when people are like, oh, John, and I don't expect the market to completely crash, like even gold. I don't expect it to completely crash, but I do expect to see some more downside to come out of the metals miners. It looks like there's a risk off. Is that the right terminology? Risk off, baby. Right, what is that? Risk off is like, okay, well, we're probably not. It looks like a lot of here we go stock, and then now the big risk off is when it comes down to the silver and gold market, and then I look at this gold market through here. We're getting a big rally through here, and again, guys, like right now, this could just be a short-term rally before we get a drop in the markets. It's a very strong rally, so it could be like a bit of a V bottom, but we have to wait and see. What trading is all about, guys, is that having confidence in a plan of saying when we should enter the markets. If you're just entering gold right now because you think it's going to go up, you are going to blow your account up, right? Do you actually, now let me ask you a question. Firstly, no one's coming to save you. So it's not a YouTube video or that sort of stuff. And secondly, do you actually want to be part of the few percent of people who actually do really well? Because unfortunately, 97% of you guys, actually, what do they say? 95% of you guys are losing money right now. And you're going to give me shit because I don't know what I'm talking about. But, you know, you probably have only a small trading account. Right? Do you actually want to do really well out of trading? Well, here's something I want to teach you guys, okay? Successful trading is only about getting in the markets when we have a clear setup and a clear plan of having a nice successful trade, right? Whenever the market starts to give us doubt, like I'm not too quite sure what's going to come next. And that does happen, right? We're just like, I'm not too quite sure what's going to come next. No one definitely knows what's going to come next. So when I say, oh, I'm not too sure what's going to come next out of gold, I do believe we're going to have another down leg out of gold, but I'm not too quite sure. Why am I not too quite sure? Because guess what? Now we're in a no man's land. There's not a high probability approach to gold. We had a low, we had a higher low, we had a lower low, right? If you guys watched my crash video, right? I was like, and I did a video, I did a video, it was like every crash does this at the top. And then I talked about that. I'll put the link in the comment section or the description below if you want to be able to get access to that, or you can just go check out my YouTube channel. But every crash does this. And the reason why I'm saying this, guys, is that, again, like if you're just looking to get into gold because you love gold, then eat your heart out. What I'm also talking about, guys, is that the market is clearly telling us there's a lot of indecisions right now. Do not be getting involved with something when there's a lot of indecision. The trend is over. It's making lower lows. We're not in a clear upward trend. The moving averages are flattening out. We've got the 20 moving average pointing down. This is not a high probability time to go long gold. When's a high probability time to go long gold? Oh, when was my last trade on gold? And why did I do that? Let's go look at that. Okay, cool. All right, class in session. Right, when did I go long gold? I went long gold right here. See this breakout candle here? That's when I went long gold, and I wrote it up and I got out up here. It was just a short-term trade. Right now, why did I do that? One, it was clearly making lows, higher lows, and higher lows. So we had a clear upward trend. We had buyers were clearly in an upward trend. And secondly, there's the 52, there's the 24, clearly trending up. So we have trend, higher lows. And if we look at the moving averages, they're like a momentum indicator. We have both moving averages trending up. So there's a lot of momentum behind it. And voila, wing, bang, 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 I make a successful trade. But what's happening right now? It's different. Low, lower low. That's not an upward trend, right? And then now now look what's happening. Moving averages are flat and the 20 is pointing down, 24 is pointing down. So you see what I'm saying through here, right, guys? So trading is not about being, oh, John, you're an idiot. You said the market, you said gold's going to go down, and it didn't. You have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, go find someone who definitely knows what's going to come, right? I did expect a rally, and we did get a rally, right? But what, again, class in session for you guys. If you actually want to do well out of trading, trading's about saying, I'm not too sure what's going on right now. I'm not even going to get involved with this market. Oh, but John, gold is the place to be. Because, and then, you know, insert your thinking thoughts back there. Anyway, hope that helps you out there, guys. I'm just trying to share with you some really things that have really helped me when it comes to my trading. And if we can just stick to some things that I just talked about just then with my last gold trade and why was that so successful? When something's in an upward trend and we have both moving averages trending in that same direction, we have trend and then a momentum indicator that shows a lot of momentum there, you're likely to do well. But when there is no trend and starting to get the moving averages not doing that, there's less probability of you doing really well, right? So that's the whole thing about trading from there. If we have a look at the mining sector, same sort of thing with the mining sector, right? And this is where, like I'm saying, everything's changed. Everything has changed through here. Look at this. There is the 52. There is the 24 trending up. And we're doing higher lows. So the trend analysis are higher lows all the way up. Here we go. We have the moving averages trending up. So there's a lot of momentum to the upside. But then guess what? That's where we need to be flexible with the markets, right? Because just because something was doing it back here does not mean it's doing it right here. In fact, it's not. Why? Because guess what we have here in the mining sector? There's a low, there's a lower low. Higher lows are upward trends. Now we have a lower low, now we're getting a bounce. So what's probably going to come soon out of the mining sector? Especially now looking at what? Look at this 24 moving average trending down now, and then we have this moving average trending flat. What does that mean? It means the trend is OVER, over, for this particular market. So for me personally, for a trading opportunity, this would not be something I'll be looking to get into. Why? Because there is no clear trend, just like with gold. Gold was making clear higher lows. This here is not making a higher low. This is a lower low. This is actually more for, okay, we could be getting a roll over here soon, and I wouldn't be too surprised to actually see another down leg out of the mining sector because of what I just walked you through just then. Make sense, guys? So I'm just trying to share with you. So whenever we're not sure, we just, eject and go find something that does line up with what we're looking for, and then we start to get involved with that. And that's where, guys, I'm saying, like, I think a lot of you traders, you limit yourself to the potential of, like, you limit yourself to actually what's happening out there in the marketplace. There's so many opportunities out there in the marketplace, but if you're just so focused on one sector, mining sector is the place to be. Long term, for the next 5 years, I do believe the mining sector is a place to be. But when we're looking for short-term opportunities, right, which I think most of us are here, meaning I'm looking to get in today, maybe hold it for a few days, maybe for a few weeks, potentially maybe in for a few months, and generate a really nice profit off that trade. And by the way, guys, what I just said there, one of the biggest things that I see that people have the biggest mistake is they're trying to look for a lot of trades every week to try to make a weekly income. More trades doesn't equal more income. Jumping in or getting in on a trade that's likely to make a big move for the course of maybe a few weeks, maybe for a few months, and have a big profit on that one trade, that's how you make a big income. By you trading a lot, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're down that path where you're trying to trade a lot every single week, I guarantee you're in the red. I guarantee you are in the red right now. And then you're probably coming on my YouTube channel trying to tell me what to do, right? And I'm having a really good successful year this year, guys. And I've had my really stupid times as well too. But I'm trying to share with you some things out here. Whenever the market does this, just stay away from it. Go away from it through there. So, and last but not least, guys, let me actually just walk you through with it when it comes to Bitcoin. All right, when it comes to Bitcoin. All right, let's actually. We walked you through that. Let's go down the Bitcoin. Bitcoin's down a little bit today. This is the weekly chart. Let's go to the daily charts. Okay, so we've got a little bit too far away. Sideways, a little bit up to, we actually got to the 100,000. So again, guys, very, 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 very dangerous to get into Bitcoin right now. If you're looking to get into Bitcoin, which most people are, right? And you know yourself, right? It's just so, if you want to become good at trading, one of the hardest things that I find about most people who enter these markets is most people in life have a sheep herd mentality. If everyone's talking about it, therefore I should do it. And what does that get you? That gets you what? Nothing. I remember my very first mentor early on, 20 years ago, when I started getting involved with personal development, business, property, and then also the stock market. And one of the very first things that he said, John, if you want to do well out of life, just find out what most people do, because most people don't get good results. And if most people are doing one thing, just do the exact opposite and you're probably going to do really well. And that's always stuck with me for so long. And it's obviously worked out really well, right? Like, put it this way. When in the last crypto boom, I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was here, right? In this whole 2020-2021, these booms through here, when my ex-wife, who has nothing to do with the financial markets at all, starts to come to me and ask me, should I get into Bitcoin? If that is not a sign of a top coming, then I don't know what is, right? And so that's exactly what it's all about there, isn't it? Right? So the reason why I'm saying that is that I'm starting to get people coming out of, this is just the start, right? And this is where it's so hard for the average individual. If you've been trading the markets now for less than, say, 5 years, I would say less than 5 years, then I would say that it's been quite difficult for you because you've gone down this path about what you think about trading, right? Which has been completely wrong because most people think the wrong things about trading, so therefore their trading's wrong. And then suddenly they start to go down this path of watching a lot of YouTube videos, which, by the way, guys, YouTube videos just like mine is not a proper true education, not a proper... You might learn a few things, guys, but YouTube's not a place to go learn trading, right? No. Get into a proper mentoring program for a good 12 months to really deep dive into a proper strategy, a proper system, you know, getting the right coaching around the right mindset, the right approach, and becoming so detailed focused on that, right? YouTube is just a very, very, very general. And I'm seeing a lot of people, they're just focusing on YouTube year after year after year. And I speak to them, and guess what? They're not doing well out of trading, right? So be honest with yourself. If you actually want to be honest with yourself, you know you got to choose someone and go deep within what they do. So I'm looking at Bitcoin now. I'm starting to get a lot of people saying that the market is going to keep going up and so on and so forth, right? And we may get a little bit more upside out of Bitcoin, but there's a good chance we're going to get a pullback. Not a complete crash, but we're likely to get a bit of a pullback. Now, why am I saying that? Because, guys, every market works the same way, right? If I go to gold, why did gold have a really big pullback? Because look at this massive move, right? After we went sideways for a while, remember I said before, when we go sideways, we end up going for a big move, right? We had this nice move up, sideways, nice move up, and then now look what, we've got the drop, right? So if I go to Bitcoin now, it's the exact same thing, right? In fact, Bitcoin is actually a lot higher. And so if you understand the market structure, they're going to call that, or market flow of how markets flow and how they work, how do markets work on a deepest level? And what is the facts behind this? And no matter what the bumblebees or the little monkey brain say in the chat box below, this is how markets work, and we can go with it or we can fight it. How do markets work? They go up and they go down. They go up and they go down. They go up, they go down. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. And when something we start to go vertical like this, guess what's coming soon, guys? Guess what's coming soon? Something like that. And again, if I bring up gold, and I go to my weekly charts, one of the big things about one of the big things that told me about what at least a bit of a drop in gold was what? Yes, gold's bounced now, but why did I say gold? We're probably going to get a drop in gold because of having this really big move to the upside. So the whole purpose around this, guys, is that again, you guys can do whatever you want to do. You got to do whatever you want to do. And you got to trade based off what you think and what you're hoping for and all that sort of stuff, and you're probably going to lose a lot of money, you know, and then you're going to come back to me and say I should have listened to John. But all I'm saying, guys, is that if you actually were looking at probabilities of doing really well out of trading, there's a massive probability after having a big vertical spike, just like every time in history, we end up getting a big pullback in the market. So there we go, traders. Hope that helps you out, and I'll speak to you guys real soon.